Now, you do not have an example in your textbook on how to do this. So, I gave you a handout this morning. Chapter 13, threads, fasteners, and springs. I copied the entire chapter. This came out of the 8th version of the Geseki text, which is on the bookshelf. So this one has, I like this text much better for this chapter. It's got all the same information. Some of the notation's a little bit old, but it gives you all of that and gives you all the types of drawings there are. So if you turn in their handout to page 389. Okay, you see this section right here? Detailed representation, metric, unified, and American national threads. You got this? Mm-hmm. So if you're doing any of these thread forms, okay, this is what you use. So metric and unified, those are your two popular ones. You're going to draw them the exact same way. Just use the different dimensions on it. We're going to draw the exact same threads we had. You're going to see we draw them pretty much identical, except we have one additional step. Okay. So let's go back to our threads. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to copy these from here up above. So I'll leave my simplified. And I'm just going to copy those up so I have two sets. Major diameters are going to be the same. So if you would, go ahead and delete the minor stuff out. So you want the center line and you want the major diameter. Let's do the external thread first. In fact, that's about all it is, really. So you should be sitting with this with 3 lines. So you've got a center line. You should have a distance of 0.5 off of that both ways for your 2 major diameters. Draw your end line in on it. So you're sitting like I am. When we did simplified, we went center line, offset our radius for major diameter, offset radius for minor diameter, and then just change one to hidden line, right? Here, instead of using the minor diameter, you're going to use the pitch. You still use the major. So we've got our center line, we set off the radius for our major diameter. That gives me 1 inch. We're not going to use the minor diameter here because we're going to actually approximate the profile of the tube. And it will give us the minor. We do that off the pitch. So I have it 8 threads per inch. So what is my pitch equal to?
100.
Yep. So I take TPI, I divide that into 1, that's going to give me my pitch. So in this case it's 1/8, which is equal to 0.125, right? You want to set off your pitch. And we'll just, all we're going to do is we're going to take this line and offset it because we know from here to an 1/8 inch I've got to have a thread. And then another thread, and then another thread. So I just offset them 3 or 4 times. I'm going to do an offset of 0.125 and just throw some of these out. And just to make, because we're going to use this on both sides, so I throw out 4 or 5 or whatever's comfortable. I'm not going to use all of them. Everybody got that done?
Yes.
Okay. Next thing we want to do is we want to draw, remember pitch is a distance from one to the next, right? So now we're going to draw the included angle of the tooth. But I'm going to say this guy right here is going to be a peak. And I'm just going to pick a spot, you know, on one of these pitch lines. That's a peak. Now remember, I'm trying to draw a 60-degree tooth. And so I need to draw a line down and down where this angle right here is 60 on both sides. So I can just draw one of those and mirror it to the other side. So again, I'm going to do a line. I'm just going to pick one of these. And let's see, I'll go this way, lock it in 60 degrees. And it goes like such. And I just want to make sure I'm over one and mirror that. Okay, you good? Missy, I still see you moving.
Yeah. And
Juan, you good?
who's there?
Yeah, it doesn't matter how far.
Nope, doesn't matter how far. We're going to trim them up here in a minute. Good?
Okay.
All right, now, I've got both slopes, right? So all I'm going to do is take one of these and copy it to a different one. So if you watch me, I'm just going to take this one right here, and I'm just going to copy it over to this pitch line. There is my tooth profile right there. So I'm going to now trim that up. And you should have this. Go ahead and copy that across the top. And I'll just show you. So I'm just going to copy and grab this one and I'll just copy it to there, there. Go the other way. So I'm looking like such. So just copy that. I started with my original right here. And I just used an endpoint, copy, copy, and then went that way. If you need help, raise your hand. I'm going to keep you caught up. You good, Missy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cheryl? All right. Now, we need this on both sides, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because if you look at that profile in your text or any of those, they're on both sides. So now here I'm going to mirror, again, my threads. So I'm going to mirror them from there. I'll use my center line as a base point and throw them on the bottom. Okay, so throw your thread forms from top to bottom. And you need to mirror it. You can't copy them. I suppose you can copy them, but good, everybody? Now the fun. Now, we're gonna get ready to draw the slope of the tooth, and it's kind of hidden in your text, but I want to point this out. I'm on page 389 of the handout. Okay. And I'm going to start, I'm in the top right-hand column, and if you start right here, this tells you how to get the slope of the tooth based on your lead. So establish the slope of the thread by offsetting the slope line 1/2 P for single threads. So that's half pitch. Pitch for double threads. 1.5 times pitch for triple threads, and so on. You add a half every time. Then you come down to here. For right-hand external threads, the slope line's upward to the left. Okay, so that means you're starting on the bottom, you're sloping them back. That's a right-handed thread. Left-handed would be just the opposite. Okay. We've already got half P on our drawing. So you've got it, half a P, because we set our pitch lines off, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, is that root right here, is that half P?
Pitch, yes.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yep.
Okay, because we took two 60-degree lines where they met in the middle, we trimmed it up. There's half P right there. Okay. So, in essence on this one, what we have to do is we have to shift one side of our thread half P. That's what that's saying. Okay, so just, I'll let you write that because a couple of you are right, and then I'll demo it. So however you want to do it, I'm going to do my bottom. So I'm going to do a move. I'm going to select all of these guys. And I'm just going to start on any one of these. Doesn't matter. I need to move it half P, right? Okay. So I'm just going to click on it there and draw it, move it to right there. So all I did was move it half of P. You want to see me do it again? Okay, I'm going to hit an undo. So I'm going to do a move, M, enter, select all my threads. I'm going to use this as my base point, let it just move over half of P. Did you get it one?
Yeah.
Okay. Missy, you good?
I am.
Cheryl, you good? Becca, you good? Dave, I know you're behind, so I'm not gonna ask.
Yeah. Just do lots.
All right, now, let me just kind of show you how, next thing I want to do is I want to set off the length of my thread. Okay, and this is kind of, we're getting into the fun part here. So the length of my thread, we're doing a cap screw. 2 times diameter plus 1/4 inch, 2 1/4 inches, right? So I'm going to do an offset of 2.25, offset that end out. So my thread's going to go all the way to this line, right here. Now, there's multiple ways to do this, but I'll just kind of show you my fun way. Next thing I'm going to do is delete all my pitch lines out. Delete the pitch lines. Now, at this point, some people will copy these all the way